Hello, and welcome to something a little bit different when it comes to Battle for Neighborville. Today I'm going to be looking through these patch notes that John, the community manager, has posted. The link to these will be down in the description below so you can see the full patch notes yourself. I actually haven't looked through all of these, so this will be just my off-the-cuff thinking. A lot of stuff I probably won't actually know what it means or know how it feels until I'm able to play the game, which at the time of this recording is not live yet. The update is not live. Before I get into these patch notes, I'd like to know your thoughts down below. I want to create a sense of discussion down there because obviously I have my thoughts and opinions, but I can't see every angle to every change. So give me your thoughts down below, and let's have a civilized discussion. So we're gonna hop right into this and start with new features. So they added station markers within Giddy Park to improve navigation to points of interest. Basic help, nothing too special. New weekly events featuring playable horde characters. So does that mean we're gonna get to play as all of the zombies and plants from like Ops and whatnot? That's pretty cool. I know that the upcoming characters are Wildflower and Buckethead TV Head or something.
Close enough.
So I guess this might give us a little look into them. That'd be interesting. Adding private play. I don't know if I'll ever use that. I guess it's fun to play with your friends. And the balance time, let's see, revive. No longer ends P-Soup or Space Force. Okay, no longer entailing if superior savior upgrade is equipped. Okay. Plant visual indicator now green to not get it confused with sunflower healing. Nothing too huge. Upgrade rough patch, increased time before overhealth starts to decay. 10 seconds to 30 seconds. That's pretty big if you use that upgrade. Because that's a huge increase in the time that you have the overhealth. I've never actually used that ability, but a lot of people do. Here's what I like to see. Chomper's getting some much needed nerfs, I would assume.
I'm so happy I could cry.
Hopefully they're not buffing him. Spikeweed, increased rate of damage so it's easier to identify if victim is ensnared. Okay, I guess that just allows you to get over to him quicker. Decreased damage to offset rate of damage from above. And decrease arming delay from 2 seconds to 1 second. So Spikeweed's getting a buff here overall, I'd say. It probably won't be able to one-shot imps now because the decrease in damage, but it's more useful as like a trapping tool rather than just killing someone, it would appear. And then here we go. Grody Group, decrease initial damage when acquiring toxic. Oh, a whole 5 points of damage down. And decreased duration of toxic from 15 to 13 seconds. So overall, it's getting like a total of 13 damage changed. That's not, I don't feel like that's gonna be super impactful, but toxic element is removed on victim vanquish. So does that mean that whenever the Chomper is vanquished, the goop stops hurting us? Because that's something I brought up recently in one of my videos, that was such an issue that even if you kill the Chomper, there's nothing you can do. Or does it mean that whenever someone dies from Grody Goop, that toxic doesn't spread to other people? That's something we'll have to wait and see how it pans out. Overall, that can't be a negative thing, so I'm excited to see that. Colonel Corn! Shogun Guard, increased projectile final velocity post-drag. I don't have a clue what that means.
Just speak to me in plain English.
I guess the bullets just go faster. Increased shield regen rate. Okay, cool. Decreased regen delay when lowering shield. Okay. Decreased regen delay when shield is destroyed. 5 to 1 second. Now that's a big one. You're able to use your shield so much more in this, which that's one of the big draws of the Shogun Guard upgrade, if you ask me. Increased minimum health requirement after shield has been destroyed. So I guess you can use it whenever it has 25 health instead of 12.5 health now. So that's still 2 ticks. So I don't think that really changes much. Shuck Shock, increase Shuck Shot. I always say Shuck Shock. Increase movement speed when firing. Speed multiplier, so you're gonna move at normal speed whenever you fire it now is what it looks like. Huskop, remove camera restriction for improved aiming. Cool, quality of life. Upgrade Happy Feet. Fix issue with upgrade not getting removed when vanquished. I don't know what Happy Feet does. I've never used it. Force Strike. Increase accuracy 3.2 to 2.8. I think that's pretty needed because it was so bad last time I used her. It just didn't feel right. It was way too inaccurate. So as much as I don't like playing against Nightcap, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good improvement. And then increase air accuracy. Additional jump angle 3 to 1. Okay, whatever. Feng Fu. Fix issue with Feng Fu being activated while in Shadow Snake. I guess Shadow Fu is no longer relevant. I like to think that I had some part in getting that changed. It was a fun little trick, but yeah, shouldn't be able to happen. And then fix issue with Nightcap using abilities and primary weapon while in Shadow Snake. I'd seen that too many times. Good to know that a bot is getting nerfed. Cactuses. Upgrade calibrated, decreased decay time. That upgrade is now active from 0.075 to 0.5 per second. Okay, increased charge rate per damage event, 0.15 to 0.35. That's a good thing, that's a buff. Snapdragon Blue Blazes. Adjust projectile spawn location to better match mouth location when firing. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, okay, it's happening.
If you have watched me play Snapdragon ever, you know that one of my biggest concerns with him is shooting blue blazes from his crotch. It did not come from his mouth. So you could jump and it would fire from his crotch and land in the ground. So that is a very, 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 very good change, even though I hate getting killed by that ability. Decrease how much movement affects projectile speed. Okay. Decrease time until homing starts. So it starts homing almost immediately. So overall, Blue Blazes is just better. That's a good and a bad thing. Citron Juiced upgrade. Fix issues with weapon taking longer to start. Deploy time 1.5 to 1.05. Okay, minor, nothing too huge. Acorn and Oak. Acorn dash. Now you can dash twice?
Fool me twice. How could you?
Is that necessary? He was already hard as heck to catch and hit. Well, I guess you're gonna be a little speed demon now. I guess that kind of matches Scientist Warp. I mean, I guess it's still less than Warp, but okay, I guess I'll have to see how that pans out. Treetop Turret, increase damage, 4.6 to 5, decrease overheat rate. So basically they're just encouraging you to use the Treetop Turret more because most people don't seem to group up whenever it's Oak and Acorn. They tend to do their own thing. Lumber support can now grant overhealth. That's pretty nice. That's a very nice change. Will encourage more grouping up, which is what the character is designed for. Upgrade Nutty Feedback. Update text to read gain ammo for shell shot or wood grief by dealing damage. I did not know it affected Oak's weapon, so that's good. That's good, overall good. Ooh, Eppy Boy, who I just played and noted how he did not feel super great. So they're giving him a faster rate of fire. They're increasing his accuracy in air and additional jump dispersion. Why can't they use layman's term to describe these things? Why do they gotta use all this complicated nonsense? Overall, he can just fire better in air. Decrease projectile velocity post drag, same as Acorn. I don't really know what it means. Decrease accuracy when aiming, dispersion multiplier 0.5 to 0.65. So I guess it's easier to control. And decrease the recoil when aiming, recoil multiplier 1 to 0.85. So, and fix bug, aim bug that was increasing rate of fire. I don't think I encountered that, but overall he gets faster rate of fire, less recoil, better movement in air, and less recoil while in air. That's very good. Gravity Grenade, fixed gameplay effects on victims lasting after Vanquish. I don't know what that's encountering. And then Mech Deploy, fixed issue with Imp not taking damage while calling in Mech. I don't want to see that. I always use the Mech as my get out of jail free card, so I guess that is now not the case. That makes using Mech a whole lot more dangerous, and it makes Imp have so much less survivability. Okay, I'll have to give that one a try, because on the surface level, that seems really, really big. That seems like a big issue, at least for how I play Imp. But he did get some buffs to offset that, so maybe you won't need to rely on the Mech as a last-ditch effort anymore. Who knows? Super Brains! Brainium Basher 9001. Charge attack doesn't happen if caught in spikeweed. I don't think I had that interaction anyway, so that's good. That's good. You shouldn't be able to just dash out of the spikeweed. Heroic Fist. Fix issue with Alpha Better Shield canceling attack follow through for each punch. Didn't know that was a thing. Alpha Better Shield can activate sprint while shield is up, removing need to lower shield first. That makes the shield so much more viable. If you can run at people with that on, that's great. It actually makes base Super Brains a lot better if you ask me. Shores up some of his defensive liabilities. Upgrade Speed Bag. Update text read. Heroic Fist punch faster and Brainium Basher 9001 charges faster by earning a Vanquish. Upgrade can stack up to 3 times. Old text did not reflect the effect on Legendary Upgrade. Yeah, I didn't know that it affected the Legendary Upgrade, but that's good to know. That can make that so much better because you're already playing a high octane with Brainium Basher, so having the charges faster, that's really good. I'm gonna have to try that out. And then upgrade Extra Special. Fix issue with shield being lost post Super Ultra Ball if it was used throughout ability. Okay, cool, good. 80s action hero, Bow Blaster, now has camera recoil. I will have to see how much that actively impacts his Bow Blaster, because I always loved the Bow Blaster. There's very little negatives to it, I guess. It can do a ton of damage, it's super accurate. I can't imagine the camera recoil will throw it off too much, but again, won't know till you actually dive in. Funky bouncer for electric slide. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Restrict victims from using sprint. Space station, orbital strike. Fix issue with enemy homing weapons not homing to the correct location. Okay, cool. All-star, upgrade, applying pressure. Fix the issue with screen effects not getting removed when enemy is vanquished. I had that happen a couple times to me where I would have the screen suppression effect on my screen and then I would die and get revived and then the darkness would still be on my screen. I don't know if that's the exact fix that it's talking about, but that's what it sounds like. So good bug fix. Scientist, Steam Blaster. Uh-oh, what's getting nerfed? Decrease overall damage per blast from 71 to 60. Shift damage from initial blast to latter part of blast. And decreased ammo from 5 to 4. This seems like a pretty significant nerf. Does less damage up front, but if you hit them from further away, or over a longer duration, it's gonna do near the same damage. But the big part is 5 to 4 ammo, I think. That's a 20% decrease, which that's 20% decrease in DPS on top of the overall damage getting lowered. So hopefully it's not completely gutted, but Steam Blaster was very overtuned and very much needed a change. Wizard, Co-Star. Fix issue with Godify making Wizard not attach and get stuck in Co-Star mode, making him invincible. Never encountered that, but good that it's fixed. Invincibility shouldn't be there if it's not intended. And then upgrade Two-Headed Dragon. Fix issue with Wizard becoming stuck in Co-Star mode, making him invincible. Also, good change. Major bugs. Wizard's upgrade Two-Headed Dragon is fixed. Good. Fixing water and turf takeover resort. So does that mean that the map will be back? Performance improvements to resort, turf takeover plus map being put back into playlist rotation. Oh, it's back! Yay! I only got to play on it like once or twice, so maybe I'll hop back in and play it. Mount Steep Gnome button fixed. Good! People can finally get their cow corn or blue corn or whatever the heck you want to call it. Because it took way too long to get fixed, but I'm glad that it did get fixed. Wizard default gestures, second fix attempt, don't know what that means. And then detailed challenge tuning.
Yeah, it's challenge time.
So these are for upcoming challenges or challenges that are currently going on, I guess. So 80s action hero land hits with blow blaster is taken down from 250 or from 500 to 250. It's gonna take half as long now. That's what it is. Scientist, deal primary weapon damage, completion value from 5,000 to 3,000. Okay, that's not an issue because of Steam Blaster, but that's good. Revive allies, 20 to 15, just making it easier. Citrone, land hits with spin dash, takes away 50 of them. That's great. That is so good. Defend with peel shield, completion value 5,000 to 3,500. This is probably the biggest one that's going to be in here. Thank you, PopCap. That challenge took so freaking long.
3,000 years later.
Score direct hits with P cannon, 200 to 100. Go find a big target. You can get 15, 20, 30 hits on them before they pass out. I guess before they get vanquished is a better way to say it. P soup damage, completion value 2,500 to 2,000. Okay, easy. Pirate full charge shot glass vanquishes to land fully charged spyglass shots. Oh, that's nice. That makes it a lot easier. Makes it a lot quicker because you don't actually have to finish them off. I really like that change. It doesn't make it a world easier if you're doing it in the free roam areas, but doing it in PvP, that makes it significantly easier. I like that change. Pirate, deal damage with barrel blast, completion value 300 to 1,500. I think that was needed. 300, you can get that easily with 1 or 2 barrels. So them multiplying it by 5, not an issue to me, I don't think. Deal damage with Parrot Pal, completion value 800 to 500, especially with that change. That just, you have to spend less time in your parrot and more time in your barrel. So overall, what I'm getting, I'll get to the last few in a second, but overall, it just seems like they're making these more balanced so that you're not focused on one single challenge more than the others.
Nice.
Post anchor shot vanquish, completion value from 15 to 5. Perfect, a third, that's great. Mushroom. I guess that's supposed to be Nightcap, huh? Mushroom. Vanquish support heroes, completion value 30 to 15. Added wizard to viable target. It wasn't counting wizard as a hero, that's hilarious. And Sunflower. Sunbeam vanquishes, completion value from 100 to 25. So that brings the challenge more in line with Pea Shooter's Pea Gatling challenge. Overall, those seem like some pretty good changes to the challenge. I'm a big fan of that. Well, let's check out some of these comments to see what people have to say. Acorn does not need 2 dashes, also no aim, AI aimbot fix. See, that's one thing I wish they would fix. The bots are so freaking annoying. Please nerf. This guy says, thanks for these, but why the increased Acorn mobility? Hopefully the goop has been nerfed enough. It does seem the notes aren't as extensive as last time, so hopefully it's more balanced. The Acorn thing, I do think it's going to be annoying, but I think we'll have to see how much it actually impacts things, because I don't feel like I saw a lot of Acorns being played, but that's just me. I don't really understand the need for the Imp nerf and Acorn buff. Overall, it's mostly an Imp buff, other than the Mech thing, right? Am I wrong? That buff is still not good to help Imp. Plus, it took you guys 10 months to fix Invincible Imp. I feel like he's now rendered as useless. See, that's my thing. I've gotten so dependent on the invincibility frames that you get from calling in the map. That had to have been like an intentional design mechanic. I'm not looking forward to not being invincible, but hopefully it gives you some sort of damage reduction at least, because that's a pretty big change. I guess I'll just have to wait and see. Overall, scrolling through these comments, it seems like the biggest concern is with Imp. You know, his changes aren't either good enough or the changes are in a negative way, too bad. And then the Acorn dashes are gonna be a problem to some people. Overall, I'm very much looking forward to actually trying this patch and seeing how it goes. You know, I don't want to judge it too much before I actually get to jump into it. I mean, overall, things seem like they're relatively okay. Hopefully nothing is broken completely, but time will tell. I'm just glad they're still putting in the effort to this game. And then that new weekly mode really excites me. I'm very much looking forward to trying that. But let me know what you guys think down below. Maybe leave a like, maybe comment, maybe subscribe. I'm looking forward to seeing some discussion down there about these patch notes. But as always, peace out, Girl Scout.